Welcome back to NBC News Channel. Today, we will learn about the shocking developments unfolding in Salem that could change Alex Kyriakis' life forever. The latest Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal a dangerous poisoning plot targeting Alex, combined with the explosive return of Wesley and her devastating baby secret that threatens to destroy multiple relationships in one fell swoop. The poisoning plot. A mysterious figure has been spotted lurking around Alex Kyriakis' unattended drink, and spoilers confirm that someone will deliberately poison or spike his beverage with dangerous substances. The scene plays out with chilling precision as gloved hands carefully tamper with Alex's coffee cup, leaving viewers wondering who could harbor such hatred for the charming Kyriakis heir. While many fans immediately suspect Jeremy might be reverting to his terrible past behavior, there's compelling evidence pointing in an entirely different direction that nobody saw coming. The real danger intensifies when Stephanie Johnson enters the picture, as she could accidentally grab Alex's poisoned drink and take a fatal sip before anyone realizes what's happening. This creates a terrifying scenario where the intended victim might escape harm while an innocent bystander suffers the consequences of someone else's vengeful scheme. The timing of this poisoning attempt is particularly suspicious given recent developments in Alex's personal life, especially his complicated romantic entanglements and the secrets that are about to explode into the open. Wesley's devastating secret. The plot thickens considerably when examining Wesley's mysterious departure from Salem back in March. A departure that carried with it one of the most explosive secrets in recent Days of Our Lives history. Joy discovered she was pregnant with Alex Kyriakis' baby before leaving town. But she made the shocking decision to keep this life-changing information completely hidden from the father of her unborn child. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. Joy carefully calculated every move, recognizing that Alex's deep feelings for Stephanie Johnson meant their relationship had no real future. The pregnancy occurred during a brief but passionate relationship between Joy and Alex, a romance that seemed promising until the shadow of Stephanie began looming over everything they tried to build together. Joy witnessed firsthand how Alex's eyes would light up whenever Stephanie entered a room, how his entire demeanor would shift when her name was mentioned in conversation. Rather than forcing Alex into a situation where he felt trapped by obligation and resentment, Joy chose what she believed was the noble path to separating with their secret and raising the child alone. Connecting the poisoning to Joy's return. Here's where the story takes a sinister turn that explains everything. Wesley is the one who poisoned Alex's drink, and her reasons stem from a toxic mixture of desperation, betrayal, and protective maternal instincts. After months of struggling alone with her pregnancy, watching Alex move on with his life while she dealt with morning sickness, medical bills, and the terrifying prospect of single motherhood, Joy's emotions have transformed from love into something far more dangerous. She returned to Salem not just to reveal the baby's secret, but to make Alex pay for what she perceives as his abandonment and betrayal. The evidence supporting this theory is overwhelming when examined carefully. First, Joy would have intimate knowledge of Alex's routines, favorite drinks, and daily habits from their time together, information crucial for successfully poisoning someone without arousing suspicion. Second, the timing of the poisoning attempt coincides perfectly with Joy's anticipated return to Salem carrying their baby, suggesting she's orchestrating a dramatic confrontation that will leave Alex vulnerable and exposed. Third, Joy's mental state during pregnancy. Hormones combined with feelings of rejection would create the perfect psychological storm for someone to rationalize such extreme actions. Joy's twisted justification. From Joy's distorted perspective, the poisoning represents poetic justice for the emotional poison Alex unknowingly injected into her life. She likely believes that if Alex had truly loved her, he would have sensed something was wrong before she left Salem, would have fought harder to keep her from leaving, would have somehow intuited that she was carrying his child. The fact that he seemingly moved on without looking back confirmed her worst fears that she was merely a placeholder in Alex's heart while Stephanie remained his true obsession. Joy's plan appears to involve making Alex suffer physically the way she suffered emotionally, creating a sick symmetry between his poisoned body and her poisoned heart. Perhaps she reasoned that only by bringing him to death's door could she make him understand the magnitude of what he lost, what they lost together as a family that will never be. In her disturbed mental state, Joy might even believe that nearly dying would shock Alex into appreciating life and family, making him a better father to their child when the truth finally emerges. The Stephanie factor. The involvement of Stephanie Johnson adds another layer to Joy's motivation for this dangerous plot. If Stephanie accidentally drinks the poisoned beverage instead of Alex, it would eliminate Joy's romantic rival in one swift move while simultaneously destroying Alex's chance at happiness with the woman he truly loves. This twisted revenge would force Alex to live with the guilt and grief of Stephanie's death, making him emotionally available and vulnerable when Joy reappears with their baby. Joy may have calculated that a grieving, guilt-ridden Alex would be far more likely to commit to her and their child, especially if he feels responsible for Stephanie's tragic fate. This represents the thinking of someone who has crossed from heartbreak into genuine psychological instability, someone willing to destroy innocent lives to secure what she believes should rightfully be hers. The gloved hands tampering with the drink suggest premeditation and careful planning, indicating Joy has been watching and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The baby bombshell's timing. Joy's plan likely involves poisoning Alex first, then revealing herself with their baby while he's recovering and vulnerable in the hospital. This would maximize the emotional impact and prevent Alex from having the strength to reject her or the baby, trapping him in a situation where his guilt and weakness force him to accept responsibility. She might even position herself as his savior, miraculously appearing with their child just when Alex needs something to live for, manipulating his gratitude into commitment. The baby boy or girl nestled in Joy's arms would serve as both weapon and shield in her twisted campaign to claim Alex permanently. How could he turn away from his own flesh and blood, especially after nearly dying and gaining a new appreciation for life and family? Joy's calculation depends on exploiting Alex's fundamental decency and sense of responsibility, using their innocent child as leverage to force a relationship that should have ended months ago. Salem's shocking revelation. When the truth about the poisoning eventually emerges, it always does in Salem's revelation, will shatter multiple families and destroy any remaining sympathy anyone might have felt for Joy's situation. Alex will have to grapple with the horrifying realization that the mother of his child is a dangerous criminal who attempted murder, creating an impossible custody nightmare. Stephanie, if she survives her accidental involvement, will be traumatized by her near-death experience and likely unable to pursue any relationship with Alex given the toxic baby mama drama that now defines his life. The baby, innocent in all this madness, will become the center of a legal and emotional battlefield that could stretch for years. Joy's actions have guaranteed that instead of creating a family, she's destroyed any possibility of co-parenting peacefully or building the life she claimed to want for her child. Her desperate attempt to force Alex into her life through poisoning and manipulation will backfire spectacularly, leaving her facing criminal charges while fighting for any custody rights at all. These of our live spoilers promise that this baby bombshell combined with the poisoning plot will create some of the most intense drama Salem has witnessed in years, with consequences rippling through multiple storylines for months to come. Stay tuned as this devastating story unfolds and Joy Wesley's true colors are finally revealed to everyone in Salem. These of our lives, Monday, November 17, 2025, a day of worries, disappearances, and unexpected truths in Salem. The quiet morning in Salem did not stay peaceful for long. Monday's episode of Days of Our Lives delivered a full range of emotions: fear, doubt, family conflict, and a touch of mystery. It was the kind of episode that reminds longtime viewers why this series has lasted for generations. The characters may change, the younger ones may grow up, but Salem will always be a place where secrets come to light and family ties, no matter how strained, still matter. Today's drama centers on Rachel discovering her mother is missing, Brady trying to keep her calm, and several adults around town trying to piece together events that simply do not add up. On top of that, the show drops a surprising twist. Liam is revealed to be the son of a major Salem character. This news is certain to stir up excitement among those who have watched the show for decades. Rachel learns her mother is missing and her imagination runs wild. The episode begins with a worried Rachel sitting with Brady, still wearing the beautiful evening gown from the night before. Instead of enjoying a normal breakfast or talking about school, Rachel is too anxious even to eat the small plate of chips in front of her. Her biggest fear today is simple but heavy. She believes her grandmother Marlena is in danger, and now she learns that Chris and her mother is missing from prison. Brady tries to comfort her gently, as any father would. He reminds her that Kristen has a long history of creating dramatic escapes and unpredictable schemes, and that somehow she always finds a way to land on her feet. He assures her that her mother's absence does not necessarily mean danger. But Rachel is young, imaginative, and deeply attached to her family. She grows more distressed as she thinks about everything that could possibly go wrong. The tension rises further when EJ arrives with important news. He tells Brady and Rachel that Kristen seems to have escaped, although the warden has not yet confirmed the details. This only encourages Rachel's imagination. In her mind, she sees large search teams, helicopter spotlights cutting through the night sky, barking police dogs, and armed officers chasing through the woods like in old crime movies. She even leans toward Brady and whispers that she thinks EJ is secretly working for the warden as a spy. Brady, of course, tries to calm her worries, though her energy is difficult to contain. What comes through beautifully in these scenes is Rachel's innocence. She still sees the world in dramatic shapes and bright colors. Her fears may be exaggerated, but they are real to her. Brady's patient, fatherly reassurance gives this storyline a warm, traditional feel, reminding viewers that even in a town full of kidnappings, betrayals, and dramatic confrontations, family moments still lie at the heart of the series. Kristen and Tony compare notes while Marlena's situation creates tension elsewhere. Meanwhile, Kristen and Tony share scenes of their own, though the show leaves much of their conversation shrouded in mystery. They seem to be comparing information, possibly about Kristen's disappearance or about other strange events happening in Salem. Their tone is serious and cautious, suggesting that whatever they know or think they know has the potential to shift the power dynamics within the DiMera family and beyond. Elsewhere, Belle is seen struggling emotionally. Marlena's situation weighs heavily on her heart, and in moments of fear, people sometimes look for someone to blame. Belle appears to be directing her frustration towards someone she believes is responsible, though her anger comes not from hatred but from worry. This emotional honesty is one of the reasons Belle has always been a compelling character. She wears her heart on her sleeve, just like her father John. EJ looks forward to a family reunion. Despite the chaos, EJ allows himself a moment of hope. He hints that a long-awaited family reunion may be near. Although he does not specify what he means, viewers know that EJ rarely expresses optimism without reason. Whether he is anticipating Kristen's return, planning something for his children, or hoping for a peaceful DiMera gathering, the air on him carries a sense of determination. EJ has always believed in keeping the family strong, at least on his own terms. A surprise revelation: Liam's true parentage. Adding to the day's upheaval, Salem is rocked by a surprise revelation: Liam is actually the son of a major character. The show leaves the full identity hidden under spoiler, but the tone suggests that this twist will stir deep, long-buried histories. Long-time viewers know how significant bloodlines are in Salem. Every time a new character is revealed to be part of a core family, whether the Bradys, the Hortons, the DiMeras, or another long-established branch, it sets off a chain reaction that can reshape years of relationships. This revelation promises new storylines, old resentments, and perhaps a few reconciliations waiting just beyond the horizon. Gabby returns home to an emotional Javi and new suspicions about Tony. While the younger generation faces their share of troubles, things are just as dramatic in the Hernandez household. Gabby walks into her kitchen to find Javi cooking birria tacos, a comforting, traditional family dish. But the atmosphere shifts quickly when Gabby learns that Leo is writing a story about Tony's disappearance. Javi becomes suspicious and points out something that Gabby immediately resents: she had a strong motive to keep Tony away. The comment cuts her deeply. Her face tightens, her voice sharpens, and for a moment, the warmth of the Hernandez kitchen feels cold. But then something very human happens. Javi breaks down in tears. After losing Tesoro Little, says he can't bear to lose anyone else. This is one of the most tender scenes in the episode. Gabby softens, taking on a supportive role, reminding him that Little T brought out the best in both of them. The sadness lingers, but the moment also brings a feeling of closeness and healing. Even so, a mystery hangs in the air. Javi insists that Leo doesn't believe Kristen really shot EJ, despite her confession. Gabby grimaces, troubled by the layers of lies, misunderstandings, and shifting alliances that once again cloud Salem. A day of questions without answers, the calm before the next storm. By the end of the episode, Salem feels unsettled yet full of possibility. Where is Kristen? Why is Liam's parentage being revealed now? Who truly knows what happened to Tony and why? What will Rachel imagine next? And how will Brady guide her through another storm? It was a day rich with character moments, family emotions, and enough secrets to keep viewers eagerly awaiting Tuesday's episode. Salem has always thrived on mystery, but it is the familiar's worried children, protective fathers, grieving siblings will give the show its heart. As today's episode proves, no matter how wild the storylines become, Days of Our Lives still values the timeless themes that have carried it through generations: loyalty, family, forgiveness, and the unshakable belief that tomorrow may bring the answers everyone is searching for.